Hey bros, what's going on? It's Broski in here. We're back at it again on another Destiny video. Today we're going over the Bungie weekly update, aka the TWAB. If you guys know what that is, you guys head over to Bungie.net and look up the TWAB right there. This week I actually had some really good updates, some really good things that make me more excited for the game's future and where it's going. And hey, let's just jump right into it. The first thing they talk about is Iron Banner. If you guys don't know, Iron Banner comes back on January the 30th of this month. It's actually the first Iron Banner of Season 2. They didn't have Iron Banner, obviously, in December. They got it pushed over all the way into January, so it's the first time we've had Iron Banner in Season 2. Actually, some really good changes off some of the community feedback and feedback over just the last faction rally with all the uproar about weapons not dropping and this and that, and only be able to get like 30. You can only get up to like 30 awards with the faction rally. So they actually have some really good things to say about the future of Iron Banner, and what I'm hoping will obviously leak over into the faction rallies coming up and going forward. The game mode is Control, which, if you guys know, Bungie had a big uproar last time because of Supremacy being in the mix. I don't feel like I didn't like Iron Banner Supremacy. I don't think Supremacy plays that good in Destiny 2, to be honestly. It's just not that fun. I'd rather them bring back a Rift or something like that. I feel like that'd be a lot better in Destiny 2's environment over Supremacy. Let you guys tell me in the comment section what you guys think. What kind of game modes that you guys would like to see in the upcoming Iron Banners. The Season 2 rewards got released, and what's going to be dropping. The Hake Iron Banner hand cannon is going to be dropping, along with the scout rifle, and also along with the shotgun. A new ship supposed to be dropping. They didn't provide a picture, so I'm hoping the ship actually looks different. It's not just a straight reskin. I'm not really a big fan of reskins. Obviously, we got the Iron Banner Sparrow, we got the Iron Banner Ghost coming, and also the new emblems for Iron Banner Season 2. Actually, I'm looking forward to collecting those. Obviously, I'm a big collector. I like collecting all the things in Destiny. It's one thing that brings me aboard. Obviously, Destiny is loot. New things to collect, new things to get is always fun. I'm just hoping that, you know, obviously with PvP being in its weird spot, that it doesn't affect Iron Banner so much. Also, I know I had a lot of people concerned about if they didn't get a weapon or if they didn't get something in Season 1, would it be dropping in Season 2? They did confirm that all things with Iron Banner Season 1 would be dropping in this, would be in the loot pool in Season 2, which is awesome. And also, like I said, your rewards aren't capped, so you can just keep playing and get tons and tons of loot through the Iron Banner system. With Season 2, also, you'll be able to directly acquire the new items. This is something new and something, you know, a lot of people have voiced their concern about in Season 1. They would play, and you know, RNG would never bless you with that thing you wanted. So now you're also able to directly acquire those items. They didn't really go into detail how you would acquire them, but now you can actually, you know, and go and buy them or whatever, you know, after you get certain rank or something like that within Iron Banner. So I'm guessing it's going to be within a certain rank, and then you obviously have to probably buy it with like legendary shards or something like that. The final way to earn rewards, they said, though, in Iron Banner was to complete challenges. The challenges also unlock the Iron Banner Season 2 ornaments, and the ornaments actually look pretty cool and actually add in a lot of cool things into the Destiny 2 loot pool. The ornaments actually look really good. They'll be available with the Iron Banner gear. Some of these they showed some of the challenges. They got leaked out. So one of them was win 25 matches. That was one of the ornaments. Another one was get melee and grenade kills. That's another one of how to unlock one of the other ornaments. The next one I seen was complete milestones, which I'm guessing the milestones is, you know, ranking up your Iron Banner. You know, so after 5 milestones or whatever, 5 rank ups, you'll be able to get one of those one of those ornament pieces. And another one I seen, which is number 4, was claim Iron Banner reward engrams. Obviously, I'm guessing through leveling up and things like that, you'll be able to claim those things. So obviously, complete the milestones within Iron Banner, and then obviously also ranking up your Iron Banner will get you another another ornament. The ornaments actually look really good this time around, so they're actually really surprised. They look different. It's not just like a a different color or whatever of that armor. I hate when they add in aka new things, but then it's just kind of just repaints. You know what I mean? That armor piece looks the exact same. It's just in red and blue this time instead of green and blue or whatever. Next thing they were talking about introducing is how the mastery armor would work coming out. If you guys don't know, mastery armors are going to be coming out January 30th with the update. So we'll be able to go and hunt and play and get mastery armors and things like that. Here's what they said about mastery armor. Each mastery armor piece grants you 3% damage resistance during a super. So when you pop your super, you're 3%, for each armor piece, which stacks all the way up. If you have a full set, stacks up to 15% more damage, which isn't a huge thing, but hey, man, it's something to do, something to work towards, and something cool to get. And at the end of the day, also, if you guys didn't know, the mastery armors will be able to be rolled from a mobility to a survivalist armor now, so no more getting tons of hunter mobility things, or your titan or your warlock getting more getting more mobility stuff. When mobility really doesn't mean that much, you want to get resilience and recovery. So that's one thing that the mastery works actually are going to be in our favor for. They did say they will cost 1 mastery work core and then also 10 legendary shards to flip those, to change it from mobility to survivalist or whatever, vice versa, whenever you wanted to do that. Next, the next big thing they talked about, though, which is something kind of cool, is the new raid reward system. I'm gonna read straight from the TWAB. That way I don't get any of this wrong. That way you guys get straight from the TWAB itself. They said raiding is one of Destiny 2's ultimate in-game experiences. So far, you have explored the mysteries of the Leviathan and dug even deeper into the first layer of the Eater of the Worlds. We've received feedback that while the experiences were epic, the rewards could use some more love. We invited senior designer Daniel to tell you more about what we're changing with the rewards, starting with the next week's raids. This is a thing that I've been talking on lots of other PvE streamers, lots of people that just play PvP in general, or PvE in general. Talk about the reward system in raids. It's super lacking. And like I said, it's just not fun going to the vendor and getting a reward from the vendor. It's just not the same. In Destiny 1, they dropped in a raid and it was fun. It was awesome. The thing you wanted, you just screamed for, man. Like when the Galahorn dropped, or when you got the Fatebringer, or you got that whatever you wanted in the raid dropped. It dropped. You knew it was going to drop at that one certain spot. It was amazing. And I feel like they went away from that. With going to the vendor and buying a weapon, or turning in tokens to get a weapon. It's just, the excitement wasn't there. Daniel said, with the upcoming January patch, we're making a number of changes to the way raid rewards work. We've been hearing that the current system doesn't feel exciting when you kill bosses, that tokens aren't interesting enough, and that you want more deep chase items to hunt down. This is our first swing at tackling some of those, and we hope you'll jump in and play with these changes a bit and let us know how you feel. For now, let's dive into the changes and talk a bit about our goals and thinking with them. That's, like I said, it's a big step forward right there, really, to be honest. Because, like I said, the excitement, it wasn't there anymore. It was fun doing the raids, and I had fun helping other people, but the excitement of other people getting loot and the excitement from me getting loot wasn't as much, and wasn't as amazing as it was in D1. Next, they said the raid armor now with raid perks, which is awesome. We're getting raid perks on a raid armor. I don't know why they went away with that in D1 to D2. I don't know, who in the studio was like, we don't need those raid perks on the raid gear. Nobody wants those. I mean, nobody ever said they didn't want those, because they just added something to the raid, and makes you want to go do the raid and use that armor for the raid. Raid armor now drops with perks that function on the Leviathan. Those appear on mods that are selectable on both new drops and existing raid armor pieces you may already have in your inventory. Additionally, these mods are reusable. If you swap to another one of these, you will be able to list to a swap back to your raid armor for the low price of 1 Callus token. Since no one wants to put a -5 power penalty if they remove the legendary mods while in the raid, all raid mods are legendary by default. This should be also an extra icing on the cake for players who want to seem to get the last mod they need to make their gear maxed out. This is an awesome thing right here, guys. Because like I said, you shouldn't lose those mods and things if you switch back and forth. And it only costs 1 Callus token to do that, to switch. So it's not that big of a deal anymore. You know, you get 1 Callus token, boom, boom, and it won't take your mastery cores and all that things. So that's a step in the right direction. The goal of these perks was to elevate the power of the Guardians in the raid, and we aimed to build things that were useful in every encounter. As a result, we avoided things that relied on specific mechanics to be useful and moved to a broadly useful perks like recharge your grenade when you're when your super is active. Deal 20% more damage after getting a melee kill, as opposed to things tied to specific mechanics. See, this is I actually like this. You know what I'm saying? Deal 20% extra damage after getting a melee kill, or recharge your grenade when you're active when you activate your super. Things like that are cool perks that are fun. You know what I'm saying? They're fun. One of the things they show in the TWAB is one of the perks. It says, while in the Leviathan, your solar abilities deal 25% more damage. Now you imagine like hammers and golden gun, and even warlocks, man. You know, having that extra 25% more damage is going to be amazing, especially golden guns with the one shot helm. That's going to deal a ton of damage already. It already deals a ton of damage already, so that's going to be awesome in both the raids for taking down the boss. 25% extra damage is a pretty big deal, really. I think it's a good step in the right direction. That's 1/4. That's pretty awesome. Next, they say double drops clearing prestige when now gives you prestige and normal drops if you have the prowess to clear prestige. Now you've proven yourself enough that you don't need to force you to go back into the normal raid as well. So that's awesome. Now instead of having to go, doing prestige raid, you only got 1 drop, then you had to go back and do normal raid again. Now if you do prestige, you'll also be able to get both loot drops. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like in D1 raids. Raid encounters will always, guys, keyword, drop a raid piece, which is amazing. People complained about this forever. I don't know why they took that away. If you did a raid encounter, you should be getting a raid drop. If that encounter has a chest in it, it should give you, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the thing, if a chest appears, it should give you a darn piece of raid armor. It just makes it more fun, and it makes it more exciting to do the raids, you know? It's cool seeing those drops every time you do something. Also, raid vendors now sell a rotating selection of raid gear. So now if you go down into the bottom down of the raid vendor, he'll be selling raid gear every week, but at different things, you know, like 2 or 3 pieces a week. If you don't have something, you can go buy it. You know what I mean? Which is a cool thing. Like I said, those things, tokens and things like that should be, complementary or complement the raid rewards you get inside the raid. It shouldn't be the thing that takes over the raid. You know what I mean? It said if you can't just get that last piece to drop, we want to give you some of the agency with your tokens. From a cost of legendary shards and some Callus tokens, you can now purchase these pieces if you want to complete that raid. If you want to complete that raid armor set for the week, which is an awesome thing. Like I said, Benedict should be able to help you, but shouldn't be there to give you all the loot. I just didn't like that change from D1 to D2. Like I said, that's a good change. They're also adding a new exotic raid ghost, the Contender Shell. So that means that we had a new exotic coming in the raid in the ghost slot. While not quite at the grind level of legendary, we finally felt that they needed to add a chase item to the raid pool to make coming back still have rewards potential for each week. Enters the Contender Shell. This ghost can drop from the final encounter in either Leviathan or either of the worlds. We also included some bad luck protection to avoid the previously mentioned Nano Phoenix problems, so that dedicated raiders can rest assured that they'll get their hands on it eventually, even if it takes several weeks. So if you guys know about the Nano Phoenix, it was a stupid raid ship at the last raid in D1. Literally, I did seriously 200 raids before I got the darn ship. And like I said, for me, I did a lot of help raids, but I did that darn raid every week. Every week. It never got the darn ship until literally like 2 weeks before D1 ended. I finally got the Nano Phoenix. So what they're saying is it's going to be hard to get this Ghost Shell, but you'll be able to get the Ghost Shell, and it's not going to be one of those things where you grind for months and don't get it. The Contender Shell comes with some brand new perks that we're hoping to help reward players that keep clearing the raid, even after they've gotten their Ghost. Both active only in the Leviathan and its lair, they aim to make Leviathan encounters rewards stay awesome. First, Seeker of the Brilliance enables the chance for encounters to drop bright engrams from their loot pools. So awesome. See, now you can hopefully maybe get a bright engram from the loot pools, which is pretty awesome. Every time one doesn't drop a bright engram, we increase the chance for the next. Remember those exotics that can drop from the encounters I was talking about earlier? Well, Seeker of Opulence means that exotics have a 50% chance to pull from a list of exotics you haven't collected yet, instead of the standard list. Lastly, to top that off, to top off a pretty rad Ghost, we threw on a Seeker of Glory, which provides a tracker for the number of encounters you have defeated in Leviathan, which is this awesome thing right here, guys. So every time you do an encounter in Leviathan, it's going to put a 1, a 2, a 3. So that shows other people that how many times you've done the raid, how many encounters you've done within the raid, which is pretty awesome. Plus, this Ghost Shell has a 50% chance more to pull if you get an exotic engram, pull from the pool of exotics you'd already have, which is an awesome thing because we all know that getting duplicate exotics in Destiny 2 is a big thing right now, which is a super thing. So I'm super hopeful, man. Like I said, this thing is a good update. It's an amazing update, to be honest, and I can't wait to see the future. Obviously, this update isn't something that's going to bring back people that don't really play anymore, but for people that do play, it's a good thing. It's a step in the right direction. Now, I do think by the time we get to September, October, once the actual expansion comes, we'll see huge improvements in the game, and the game will be so much better. You know what I mean? Like, this game's going to be, I think it's going to be, out of the ballpark. You know what I mean? Kind of like the Division 1.8 right now is. It's bigger and a lot better than it used to be. To top it off, here's the patch notes previews for next week. Obviously, they'll be talking more about these updates on January 30th, and I'll be doing a video on that too. They're fixing the Prometheus lens finally, making it stronger than it was, because obviously they knocked it down way below. That way they can just work on a fix. Well, the fix is coming for the Prometheus lens on the 30th. Flame refraction perk now generates ammo instead of pulling from the reserves. So now when you're shooting enemies and things like that, you're going to continue to have ammo to shoot because it doesn't pull from your reserves anymore. It actually generates new ammo, which is pretty crazy for an exotic, I feel like. They're obviously increasing the damage base from the Prometheus lens, which will make it a lot stronger than it is right now. Obviously, it won't be like obviously pre-nerf, but it'll be a lot better than it is right now. Fixed an issue where the characters created released from the Curse of Osiris were not receiving the flashpoint milestones. I haven't seen that one yet, but I'm guessing it was obviously a bug that I didn't know about. I haven't heard anybody complain about it, but I'm sure there's been obviously people who complain about it. Players in social spaces like the Tower will receive a notification when their lost and found postmasters are full. Big thumbs up, because I know so many people like lost so many items because they don't check their postmasters. So now you'll get a message saying, "Hey, look, you stupid, but your postmaster full." Next, heroic strike completions now have a greater chance of granting exotic rewards, which is an awesome thing. Mercury challenges are now available during adventures. Fixed an issue where Curse of Osiris strikes were not properly granting clan engrams when featured as a nightfall activity. I've seen some people complain about that one. Fixed an issue where challenges were not appearing within quick play. Seen some people complaining about that. And also increased the dismantle timer for Masterworks, because people were dismantling their Masterworks on accident because it was super fast. It was really like deleting like a blue weapon or something like that. It was so fast. Next, guys. Next, like I said, they're also going to be coming out with the bigger patch notes on January 30th. Obviously, I'll do a video then to let you guys know about things then too. Next, they are talking about the shaders. If you guys, I was talking about this last week. If you guys don't know, the new shaders or whatever, if you got a huge stack of them, you can't delete them like super fast anymore, or you can't delete them altogether. So they're working on a fix for that. Like I said, they said it's going to be coming. It probably won't be till fall though before it gets here. because the game itself makes it sound, it counts each shader as one, and they're not gonna be able to fix that until fall. So you guys that have that problem with tons of stacks of shaders, you guys we're not gonna be able to fix that until then. Because believe me, I have like stacks of like 500 plus. You know what I mean? There's nothing we can do to fix that. Nothing they're gonna be able to do to fix that until this fall. But like I said, it's good changes in this update, guys. Let you guys tell me in the comment section below what you guys think about the TWAB this week, updates that you guys are hopeful for in the future, and how optimistic or how much are you guys looking forward to the future of Destiny 2. Thank you guys so much for coming and listening to this video. If you made it this far, make sure you guys hit the follow button, or aka the subscribe button on YouTube. Make sure you guys share, put a like on this video. Let other people see the video. At the end of the day, guys, also I stream on twitch.tv/Broskian. I'd love to have you guys come over and hang out, man. Again, that is twitch.tv/Broskian. If you guys want to come and hang out with an awesome community, a loving community, love to have you guys in there, man. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. You guys are the best. Peace out, bros.